So if your partner comes to you and, brings you their kink and you're just trying to figure out what to do with it, the first thing I want anybody to do is just take a moment, breathe for a moment and really think about how vulnerable it was for your partner to bring that information to you. It had to have been very difficult for them to bring this up to you. So the first thing that you want to do is calm yourself so that you don't have some kind of large reaction immediately, so that you can allow them some acceptance and some compassion for their vulnerability that they've brought to you. So even if the fetish itself is intimidating to you, or you're just overwhelmed with, what does that mean? What does that mean for us? What do we do now? I have no idea. You're going to have lots of questions running through your head. The first thing that you want to do is really support the fact that your partner was able to bring a very difficult concept to you in your relationship, and how meaningful that is, because that means they've respected and trust you enough with that information. So it tells me that you have a foundation for your relationship. So allowing some space for that relaxation and acceptance should really be the first thing to help your partner feel safe and comfortable with what they've brought to you. And then the next thing is looking at whether or not it's something that you can participate in. And that may not be something that you feel like you can do right away. And that can be completely okay. So there's a variety of ways that you can allow your partner to express themselves without you necessarily having to participate in it yourself. And that could be allowing them space to do that online or in person with another partner. It could mean that you need to explore different avenues of how that fetish exists in different ways. There's almost always something that appeals to everybody in a fetish. That's kind of how I feel. And I know that's a little biased. There's certainly going to be some things that are just a limit. Part of accepting your partner is also honoring your own boundaries in that moment as well. So if that, thing that your partner has brought to you is just not appealing and is really terrifying, take it one step at a time and really allow yourself to acknowledge and accept your own boundaries around it. They've come to you with something new. You may need to come back to them and say, I really respect that. This is something that's really important to you and it's integral to how you express your sexuality, but I just can't get excited by that. So how do we manage this? It's taking a step back and looking, how can we manage this together? I think when something is really creating a lot of differences in opinion within a relationship, it's easy to sort of go separate ways or to turn away from each other. But the way that we can think of best about a relationship is as a team. So when we work as a team to sort of support each other and each other's needs, that's when we can really blossom as people. So I think that's what allows, kind of working together allows us to take on new heights for our relationship. And that may not always look like the monogamous, traditional relationship. And, that's a whole nother world of conversation and acceptance as well.